And welcome back to Campaigns of the Plains, guys. This is episode 69. Nice. Anyway, guys. Noise. Anyway, we do new episodes every Friday. 68 of them before this one, in fact, if I can count straight. Maybe.
I can only count crooked.
I can't count straight at all.
Are we making that kind of joke?
Yep, sure.
Okay. Just making sure I was in the know-how. Eric.
The gay council has approved it.
Okay, good. We don't want to get them on our bad side. Anyway.
I might flip us upside down. 69.
Oh.
Hey.
Anyway, sex jokes aside.
What? No. It's like cancer. The frog. The frog.
Wow.
What?
The frog with the
Really?
pincers, you know? The zodiac signal?
The frog
with the
Oh
signal?
my
You mean the
God.
crab?
Yeah, it's a crab.
The crab.
No, I'm pretty sure she meant the frog with the pincers, guys. We are doing some chimeric shit
That's
here.
terrifying.
Well, frog with pincers is like, it's the boots with the fur.
Yeah. And it's the zodiac signal, not
Signal.
symbol for some reason.
Is that like the bat signal?
Yeah, that's its signal is the 69 and you put it in the sky and the pincer frog.
Oh my gosh.
This sounds like
Start
a
over?
terrible, pagan holiday that we need to start.
You put this in the pincer
It's 3
frog
a.m. in a
comes.
warehouse, you guys.
No,
This is
listen. Listen. Then the pincer frog shows up and he pinches your kids
What?
if they're naughty, and he
What?
leaves them crawdads if they're good.
This is the weirdest intro we've ever had.
It sure is. Oh, boy.
You have a restart button.
Yes, please.
Yeah, we might have to.
No.
Robin, it's the 69 symbol.
Save this for us. This is Patreon, but
Crab man.
This thing, but I'm marking a chapter.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Oh.
So that we can tell the fable of the creation I just came up with.
Yeah. So when kids need to know later on how the holiday of
69 words.
69 works.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Anyway, guys.
I'm sorry.
I
I tried.
Sorry, too. I've had one caffeine today and it was one too many.
Oh boy. Anyway, yes, the other 68 episodes of this D&D / Final Fantasy campaign is available on our YouTube page if you're not already there for some reason. Make sure to go over there and give us a like, leave a comment on what you want to see.
More frogs with pincers.
More frogs with pincers. More gifts of crawdads.
I don't know why I said crawdad. I don't know why crawdads came to mind.
But anyway.
Because they've got pincers too.
They have lesser pincers.
They do. The lesser pincer, yeah. The greater pincer, if you would, is probably like a lobster.
It's
Why
a
does
giant
this sound
crab.
like
Or giant
Santa? Instead of Santa Claus, it's the greater pincer? Is that who comes on the holiday of 69?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, getting back to topic about our videos, guys. Yes, 68 already of this campaign over on our YouTube page, but we've also done a couple of other fantasy campaigns. We've had our D&D Season 1, done by our very own Matt. We also have had a couple of one-shots, like our Honey Heist, done by Alysia. And we have also had our Humblewood, done by our very own Travis. So, we also have a couple of murder mysteries set in the Eberron setting, as well as we have another system that we've played a game in called Monster of the Week. So, if you like all things 80s, I'm talking about getting that neon in and traveling with road maps and, brick cell phones, all of that goodness. Combined with shows like Supernatural or Angel or Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Make sure you go check us out there. There's some pretty funny stuff. But we understand that you can't always have video up. Maybe you're at work. We got ways around that, don't we, Travis?
Abso-fucking-lutely. Hey, if you go over to your favorite podcast platform, whether that be Apple or Amazon, Google, Spotify, or any of the randos in between. We are on those platforms. Just search for Campaigns of the Plains. Make sure that you subscribe to that channel so that you get notifications when we drop new episodes. And that happens to be every Wednesday at 7 a.m. Central Time. We do it a little early so that you can download it for your morning commute. And make sure to download it, listen to it, and pass it along to your friends.
Absolutely. And then also, if you want to interact with us a little bit more, we've got some socials down here below me. We've got a Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all handles Campaigns of the Plains. Make sure you go over there, check us out, see when new episodes are dropping, what we're doing. Sometimes we throw in random one-shots, do some crazy pictures, what have you. So make sure to go follow us there. We definitely appreciate it. Yeah, let's get into this episode finally. Alysia, how about you recap us on what happened?
Well, okay. Ellie and Gregor go to visit Joker, and Ellie gets a coconut. She's very enthralled by this fruit. Gregor opens it for her because he's a trooper. Becky has a lot of fiber to pass. Nico's group gave the Imperials info for their help, which was the fuel cerulean, which we learned about in the Void because it's literally like blue fire that doesn't seem to know how to turn off. And the Greer girls went on an adventure. Becky and Din have some bonding time. Becky is being watched by her dragon daddy. Greer girls went fishing with fire. It's fine. Asher's cursed with a scythe thing called the Reaper's Take, and it absorbs souls, and it will definitely start to absorb his or something along those lines if he doesn't feed it souls every couple of days. Daddy Milos is over 600 years old, and he's spliced with a chimera, and he lengthened his age magically, so Milos will not live a grandiose, long life unless, of course, he figures out a way to make it happen with magic. Oh, and then, Marquies just made some potions or something. Tinkered with his tinkers. And then Ellie met somebody named Queena, who has horns and scales and pink hair. And she says she's Joker's friend, and Ellie trusts her almost immediately. She questioned the handshake for like a hot second. So that's progress for her, I think. But then, now that they've shook hands, they're obviously bonded for life. And we go in, and they go into the tent, and she shoves Joker's light right back into his body and pats him on the head. And she has a mask like Joker's, so, she's got a fake name, too. Oh, Queena. Oh, I bet she's Queen. I bet that's her. I bet her Queen is her nickname. That's it. That's all I got. That's all I got for notes.
All right. Well, we'll start right back in that tent. The doctor is now looking at this figure like, how did you do that? And you see as...
Did you try slapping the ball of light back in his body first?
I wouldn't recommend anybody touch it. It's pure energy. It would burn a normal person.
But this isn't a normal person. This is Queena.
But who the hell is that?
I don't know. I met her about 5 seconds ago, but she's my best friend now.
And Queena just kind of smiles back at you, and you see this little, draconic tail, give a little wave underneath her robes.
My friends... Wait, can you fly?
No, I don't have wings.
Oh, okay. I have friends that have tails, but they also have wings, so they fly.
That's nice.
But you guys have horns, the same kind of, horns.
I'll bet you we don't.
I mean, they're not the same, because you're different, but they have horns, too?
Okay.
I've not met a lot of people, I'm sorry.
You see Joker, come back to consciousness, and he, grabs Queena's hand, and you see in his other hand, he started to like form a spell. And
I slap him on the cheek.
You slap him on the cheek?
No!
And he like looks at you and he
She just saved your life, dummy.
He like drops the spell that he was starting to channel and then like looks up at her and is like, why would you do that? And she says, she kind of like leans down and she says, that's because I don't have mine anymore. And she like smacks him on the forehead and he like looks at her for a second and he's like, how? You can't simply get rid of a bond with an Esper.
You're just not as cool as her.
And she kind of giggles and she's like, see, she gets it.
I do get it. I brought you some coconut water. Are you awake enough for coconut water?
And Joker like tries to like start sitting up at the doctor's like making him continue to lay down. And she's like, you're in no condition to be moving anywhere.
This is the most alive I've seen him look in weeks.
Yeah, well, I mean, you get that when you have, like, and she starts, like, counting on her hands, and she gets, like, almost past the 8 mark, and she goes, a lot of espers in one little body vessel.
Well, and I didn't say he was smart.
He's definitely not.
Want me to slap him again?
And she just kind of smiles a little bit, and she goes, nah, I think you'll learn.
Okay. Wait, so how did you get rid of your ghost?
My esper?
Yeah.
Well, I found out how to attach it to something else, and I dropped it down a big hole.
What did you attach it to? A rock?
Something like that.
Or does it have to be attached to something alive? Like a ferret?
If I attached it to a ferret and dropped it down a hole, it would probably die and revert back to me, so no.
Oh, so a rock then.
Something like that, yep.
Okay. Why don't you do that, Joker?
And Joker, like, seething now at this point, is like, because you can't just get rid of an Esper.
I feel like she's just proven you wrong.
Something more to this, and he, like, starts to, like, pass out.
Oh, he needs a little nappy nap. I tap him on the head.
And Queen, like, leans down and, like, kisses his forehead, and she's like, it's okay, I'll be back later.
Are you evil?
I mean, isn't evil subjective?
Well, I don't know. The other two, like him with masks, have tried to kill us. So, I thought it'd be... Are you going to try to kill me?
And she, like, does the cock her head to the side thing and kind of puts the finger underneath the chin, and she goes, I don't really feel like it.
Okay, well then are you busy? Because I think they're going to have a party in the city.
I like parties.
Okay, let's go.
You see, the Greer girls may be flying above, see as, like, Ellie and this robed figure are, like, skipping back into town.
We'll be back, Joker. You just take a nappy nap. Oh, bye, Gregor.
Gregor's, like, looking at the doctor like, please help me! But yeah, you, she starts to skip. Are you skipping with her?
I'm definitely skipping with
Okay,
her.
sounds good. The Greer girls, you have your 5, boiled fishes. What are you doing with your 5 boiled fishes?
It's snack time. Or do we save them for the group? That's only 5.
Yeah, like, I don't have any ingredients, so I can't do anything with these, but, like, I'm sure there's something we could come up with.
You don't want the fish?
Yeah. What's that?
You don't want the fish?
Well, yeah, we can keep the fish. I know some recipes.
Oh shit, let's go. Would you think Marquies has any things to put in stuff?
Maybe, but it might all kill us.
He keeps his spices in a different pouch.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we're in, like, a trading port, so, like, I'm sure if we ask around, we could probably find a lot of spices. But, like, I don't know. There's a lot of chaos right now, so it might be hard to find things. Let's just keep the fish, and we can try and cook them later. I mean, recook them.
Yeah, that
Because
one.
they're kind of, like, a little charred on one side.
Raw on the other.
Yeah. But I think that preserves them faster? I don't know.
Being from a fishing village, I will definitely let you know that you should probably do something with these fish or they're going to start to rot.
Yeah, I think I'm more just trying to convince her that it'll be fine.
Oh, okay, gotcha. But yeah, so you guys try to go into the city. At this point, after flying around a little bit, you see a lot of the main squares have been pretty much freed up of most of the debris that have been in the middle of the road, and like that's where most of the focus is right now. That and setting up like these makeshift stands and tables, and you see that a lot of provisions and food have started to be brought out in certain places, and large kettles and fires have been started to cook. Looks like people are preparing a feast of some sort here in this area. So, I mean, it probably wouldn't be hard to find spices.
Yeah, I think let's go shopping.
Yes.
My God.
Yes.
I would probably go looking for like probably some herbs and oils around the market that I could buy or trade for.
Sure. At this point, most everything that's kind of out there, like you have money. You definitely, for a gold, you'll be able to find plenty of oil, plenty of herbs, salt, whatever you need to find for fish. Wouldn't be hard. This region of the country, though, is more prone to not like fresh herbs, but more like spices. Things like powdered chili peppers and
Spicy fish.
yeah, that kind of thing. So a lot of powdered spices, cumin and aromatics, things like that. Less sage and thyme.
Mm-hmm. I'd probably I would get like the spices and like probably focus a little more on like some salt and such.
Salt's easy to come by.
Yeah, and I'd be like, I'd tell Din like, oh, we're gonna want to make like the special stew, but like usually it's made with like sea fish, but since these are like lake fish, we're gonna have to add a little more salt to it.
Okay.
And yeah, so we'll just gather spices.
Making dinner.
Yeah. So you find the spices, and there's actually like a bunch of empty pots, so you can claim like they're not huge pots by any means, but it's a campfire pot that you could basically use to make whatever you need to.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys get to going about cooking. Asher, you're still inside of your forge. You still have 3 charges for the day. Did you decide?
Yeah, there's nothing. I don't have anything to do.
Don't want to do anything? We're just trying to get rid of the...
I don't even think he's trying to get rid of it. He's just...
Okay.
At this point, it's there.
That's fair. All right. So you pop out of your door and grab up your key, and you see Marquies is working away at his table. You start to hear kind of the din of people like leaving, but like outside of the throne area here, and you start to smell on the wind that people have started to start fires, start cooking. Seems like there's probably going to be a feast soon. There have been small numbers of people who have gathered and started tuning instruments, gathering wood for bonfires in certain streets. It's really up to you on what you want to do. Milos, your time with the Queen and Marcel, they kind of start hearing the sounds too, and they say, well, I'm sure I'll be expected to give some kind of speech, make merriments, everything like that, so why don't you find your friends and see if you can gather everyone up, and we'll try to find a spot among the bonfires to gather, we'll say.
Yeah, that's a good idea, Mom. I'm gonna go check on Mom, I guess. This is weird. I should call her aunt, but anyway, I'm gonna go check on them. I heard they were at the medical tent, so I'll catch up with you. I'll keep an eye out. I'm sure you'll draw a crowd, so I don't really think I will have to worry about finding you. But I'll catch up with you a bit later and have fun.
Sounds good. So you leave and you catch sight at just that familiar flash in the other antechamber of Asher closing the portal to his forge. You see him kind of step out.
And I'll head over there and I'll tell him and Marquies, hey, the Queen is gonna head out to head to the festivities. If you want to join with them, you can. Otherwise, I can make a stop back at my place if you guys want to bed down for the night. I have a little bit of running around town I need to do. But I mean, if you don't want to participate, that's fine. There's plenty of room at the house.
Well, I don't see any issue in at least partaking in some of your festivities to go around tonight.
Well, that's surprising.
Do not act like that is surprising.
I just figured you were busy with your motions and potions. What about you, Asher?
I might just stick around here for a while. I have some things to consider.
Okay. Well, if you need us, you know how to get in contact with us. I can always give you directions back to the house. I mean, I'm sure there are places to stay here, but you might be more comfortable at my place. Just FYI. But I guess we'll catch you later.
Sure.
All right. So, you and Marquies head out of the throne area here. You start making your way towards the outer portion of the city where you see the Imperial tents have been set up. And you see Ellie skipping along towards you, and she is like arm in arm with this robed figure, and they're both skipping towards you.
I'll wave her down, be like, Ellie! Hello?
Oh! We should stop and say hi. These are my friends.
Oh, hi, friends.
Hi?
This is Queena.
Hi. And you look at her, and she is in the same stylization of robes as you have seen Joker and Ace and Jack, and even the same type of face mask as well.
Ellie, where did you meet this person?
In
Queen?
Joker's tent.
Okay. Are Are you here of your own volition?
I am? She says
no.
it kind of questioningly.
They don't trust you.
No, not
because
you,
you have
Queen.
one of those
I meant
masks like Joker.
Oh,
Yeah.
I forgot. And she like waves her hand in front and it disappears again. And you see this. And she is an Aura young woman. She has these ruby scalings underneath her eyes and kind of on the tips of her bridge across her nose, a little bit on her chin as well. She has kind of a pale pink complexion, bright pink hair, and a pair of like ruby red horns that wrap around her ears. And she holds her hand out and she's like, "Nice to meet you."
nice to meet you too, and I'll stick out my hand like very trepidatiously.
She grabs it, gives it a pretty good squeeze and a good like jarring shake.
She just saved Joker's life. She shoved his light ball back inside of his chest. He's taking a nap right now.
What the hell's a light ball, and why?
I don't know. I
what?
mean, it was just pure energy or something.
Well, you see, when you get a lot of espers in one container, they like to fight, and when they do, they try to destroy the container. We can't have that.
Yeah, what happens if he dies and they all just get loose because I think all the people he suckied them from are dead?
They don't go back. They just kind of wander and do their own thing, which is really bad because if they found their physical forms on this plane, they'd probably destroy everything.
Oh, well, we don't want that to happen.
Yeah, it's usually good that they have some kind of, you know...
So, how do we strengthen him up? Should we have him start doing push-ups with Asher in the morning or something? He's very frail, like, body-wise.
Asher is?
No. Joker. Asher's big and strong. Maybe he could train Joker because he's weak and frail.
Not so much a physical thing.
No. I know. I get it. I know. Marquies, you can ask him riddles.
What?
To strengthen his brain.
It's a spiritual thing, not mental or physical.
Oh, well, you can't get a
She
stronger
finger guns you?
spirit.
Yeah,
I
see,
mean, I guess he could pray
I think
more.
you are probably the best one to help with that.
I guess I guess he could...
She pats you on the head, Ellie, and she's like, "Don't think about it too hard.
Okay.
We'll figure it out."
Sounds good.
Just don't prematurely send him or something.
There's somebody getting sent over there. You should come, 10 paces this way. Just 10 more paces. I don't want you to get sucked up.
And she leans in with her hands behind her back and looks you over, Marquies, and kind of walks around you. And she touches you, and you guys for the first time see these small bit of fireflies leave Marquies and then come back to
you don't
him.
know how hard I've been trying to keep those contained in there.
I haven't seen an unsent in a while.
Shh! I don't want people to know I'm letting him stay alive.
I don't think that's a big issue here because the church isn't a big issue here.
Oh, that's true. You're fine. We don't like the church anyway. So people have a revolution or something.
Yeah, definitely, especially where I just came from.
Where did you just come from?
And she kind of looks around at you and she's like, you don't know?
We just spent 4 days in the void. I know nothing what's going on in this world.
The void's a rough place.
Yeah, but I got a new summon out of it.
I'd be careful with that one.
She's very pretty in a very terrifying way.
Well, I just came from Sapphiros. I helped them liberate it from the church.
Sapphiros?
Yeah,
Where's that?
it's the city-state that's west of here. Don't you know geography?
I grew up in a forest.
Oh, you poor girl. And she pets you between the ears again.
Thanks. No one's bothered to teach me anything since I've been in this party. Except for Marquies about stranger danger, which I just refuse to listen to.
You see, as Queen of very nonchalantly here, like, starts, like, casting this illusionary magic in front of you all, and, like, there is this map of the country that kind of appears in front of you guys. So Alexandria as a whole, with Diamante in the middle, Emerald, your home, to the north, Rubus here to the east, and Sapphiros to the west. And she like color codes them for you, so it's pretty, and and like in common, the words of each of the city states like floats above it, and she points to the red one and she goes, "This is Rubus. This is where we are. This is Sapphiros. This is where I just came from."
Is this where you dropped your thing in the hole?
Yep.
Oh. She doesn't have one of those espers anymore. She put it on a rock and she dropped it in a hole. It's more complicated than that, but that's my understanding.
It's easier for her to understand it that way.
It really is.
That makes sense. Do we know anything about Sapphiros, like as a city-state or anything like that?
You do remember when you were in Emerald that Eiler had told you guys that there had been civil war basically breaking out in Sapphiros before you guys had decided to travel to Rubus instead, between not just the church and not just dissenters, but also like amongst the dissenters as well.
Do you know where the church's next target is?
Well, not really. I don't really talk to the church.
We're here, and I point to Emerald, and drove them out of there, too, before we came. Well, it was a little bit more complicated, our journey to get here, but we got here eventually.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't really talk to the church, so I don't really know, but
Me neither.
they're not going to be in Sapphiros, because, like I said, I drove them out.
That's good. I like them.
Yeah.
So, where are you headed next? If you drove them out of Sapphiros, and we drove them out of Rubus.
Well, I guess they're stuck in Diamante, but, I mean, they're probably making Diamante a real terrible place. I mean,
Where's Diamante?
they're kind of pouty.
I look at the map.
She points to the middle where the capital is.
We were there. We were there, but we were at the Capitol.
Yeah, I heard you guys got kicked out.
We were wanted for murder.
Probably still are.
Yeah, for the Grand Maester.
Do you think we did it? We didn't, but...
I don't really care.
I mean,
Oh, okay.
I mean, we didn't do it, but I don't want to go back there. But also, I think we should, because that's where Aster's mom and dad are, and also, you know, they're bad and stuff.
Well, I mean, if you guys are looking to go there eventually, you could come to Sapphiros first and gear up.
We need to go to Ifrater, because I need to go. Ifrester, because I need to go to the temple there. Is it on the way?
You're a summoner, and she like picks up Poppy and like throws Poppy into the air a couple of times, and Poppy's like, and she kind of swings around with Poppy a little bit, and Poppy's not hissing at her.
Poppy likes you, then I definitely like you. Poppy doesn't like anybody except for Aster.
She puts Poppy on her back and like strokes her tummy a little bit, and she says, if you're going to Ifrester, then you can come to Sapphiros and go to the temple there, since you're a summoner.
Yes, that sounds like a great idea. And we can gear up. And we know that the church doesn't have a hold there. I love all of those plans. Also, in other questions, because Joker's so vague, how many more of there are you that will try to kill us?
Oh, there's just King.
King! Okay.
She's the scariest of all, though.
Is she mean? She
Not
must be
the
really
whole
mean.
suit.
She's really mean.
Where is she right now?
I don't know. Last time I talked to her, she got mad at me.
They've been doing... I mean, I don't know what they're doing, but they've been trying to do the same thing the church is, but I don't think that they're working with the church, so...
I don't know how to say this, but they're... Well, I was a part of it too until I decided not to be anymore. But they're trying to free the worst Esper.
Who's the worst Esper?
His name is Zodiark.
Oh, I heard of that one.
He's a giant frog with
You
pincers.
can make a religion check.
Okay. I don't know if I'm good at religion.
Is that the
Woo!
summoner?
I don't like the church. +7. 18?
18. Very, very, very vaguely, have you remembered the name Zodiark. Usually there are tales inside of churches that might help you out. It's like one of those things where it's on the tip of your tongue. It's not anything good, but if you were to maybe go and ask at a church, you might be able to dig up some more information.
Sounds familiar, but not in a good way.
He's not. He's pretty bad. The only reason that they were...
Is that why they've been fucking with the crystals?
Yeah, if the crystals are unsynced at any point in time, then the planes become unlocked, and his seal is under the crystals.
We found a crystal underground in an old city of Baron, that there was this device that was sending souls, all of them to the same place, and we broke it, but I don't know if, that only is going to delay them, not stop them.
Well, she's probably feeding souls to break the seal. It takes a lot of power to move or corrupt one of the crystals that are over the ley lines, so luckily I decided to change my mind before I was able to break the seal on mine.
I wonder how many seals have been broken. We've encountered 2 crystals that we had to stick a new person in. So far.
Well,
Is the crystal where you came from okay?
last I checked, yeah. I was the one who was sent to break the seal, and I didn't, so
I wonder if the one in Nebraska's okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
Depends on how long that Jack had been here.
I don't know. Been a little bit, but I don't know how long. We'll have to go soon then. But, today is the day of unwinding because we've been going through a lot of shit lately. And so we should go dance or something.
I like dancing, and she
Me too.
takes her robe and she does a little bit of a twirl, and she takes this wand out of her pocket, and you see she starts to magical girl twirl in her robe, and it becomes this bright blue dress.
What? I want that trick. I have a pretty dress, but I have to put it on.
And
with effort.
she's like, well, let's go put your dress on.
Okay. Wait, where's Becky and Din? They have pretty dresses too.
Do we happen to see them flying around at this point?
You actually look down the street and you see both of them are at a pot, dumping ingredients and fish into a pot.
Are they making the potion?
It looks like they went fishing?
Where?
You look to the left where you got your coconut.
Well, there's fish in there. Do you guys want to try some coconut? And just...
No, I've had coconut. It's disgusting. It's also a diuretic, so don't drink too much of it.
I didn't only drink half of it. I was saving some of it for Joker, but he is unconscious.
Well, he can have more. There's plenty more.
Do you want some? I can get you. You give me your straw, and I can stick it in there. Oh, Becky can put it in her fish soup.
Are you running over there?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, and we gotta go put our dresses on. I grab Queena by the hand.
Are you running over to give your coconut to...
Yeah, so Queena can come with me.
Okay. So you see as Ellie and Queena take off, and the Greer girls, you guys are making fish soup. You see as Ellie is approaching with this other draconic looking girl running towards you in a blue dress, kind of taking her by the hand, pulling her behind her.
Hi.
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 Ellie.
Okay, really quick introductions. This is Queena. She's one of Joker's friends with the masks. She's not evil. Here's a coconut for your soup.
Okay. Well, let's back up. I don't need a coconut for the soup. This is Jekmar. It's more of a stew, but okay.
Stew is just the soup. I don't understand what the difference is.
It's okay. But Queena?
Hi.
Who's this bitch?
I told you. Who's this bitch? She's one of Joker's friends with the masks, but not an evil one. She just finished
How do
liberating
you know
another.
this?
She just finished liberating another town. She came here to put Joker's soul back in his body or something. Is that what that was?
It was all the Esper energy.
She shoved the 8 Espers he's absorbed back into his body.
8? I thought we only seen him absorb 3.
Yeah, he's got more than that.
He's taking a nap right now.
Oh my gods, boys, am I right? Okay, well,
I'll approach with Marquies and say, girls, I know that, someone new is scary, right? But she seems to be fine.
She's my best friend in the whole wide world. I don't know what you're talking about.
Obviously, Ellie is not a great source of, judgment.
I liked her right away.
Usually.
The minute I shook her hand, I knew she was the best person.
Regardless, Queena seems to know what she's talking about, and she seems to be fine with Joker. So, she seems like a
Joker
ally.
definitely tried to blast her in the face. I slapped him and told him not to.
No. I think you're misunderstanding. I'm kind of past the Queena thing.
Oh, okay.
No, I just think Joker's an idiot.
We all knew that.
Right.
It's because he's a boy.
Just don't-
No offense, Milos. No offense.
Why would I take offense to Joker being an idiot?
No, it's because I said it's because he's a boy.
Marquies is right here.
No, she meant to offend me. Not
He has to eat in a separate room for us because he thinks he's ugly or something. I don't really know what his problem is, actually.
Yes, blame our entire gender being stupid. Because, we are sometimes kind of stupid.
No offense, really. I get that you have, identity issues since you're not occupying your real body. But you're going to get past that one day.
Or I can just finish my job and move on.
I could send you on if you're really all done.
I've got a feeling that they're not gonna let me just call it quits.
Oh, fair enough.
Not that there's much of anything to go to right now.
Regardless, why don't you girls finish your stew, it looks like you're making, with the fish, which you shouldn't have killed, by the way, but regardless.
Are they sacred
There
creatures?
weren't any signs.
it's a cultural thing, but
You guys not
fine.
eat fish? They're right there in the water.
That's the royal fish. They are put there for display only, and we do not eat them.
Oh, too late.
I think they'll be fine.
I get this mental image of the Jungle to Jungle movie, where the kid has like all of the frickin' prize fish like out on the fire.
I mean,
yeah, exactly.
I don't eat any fish because I don't eat meat, but still.
Regardless, feel free to finish your stew and head over to the festivities.
Oh, yes.
Huh.
Do you guys want to put on your pretty dresses that we got in the last city and go dance?
Oh, we still have those?
Yeah, because we bought them. Somebody bought them for us. I think it was Milos.
I got them.
Remember,
for you.
he gave a piece of his
well,
fur
I remember
to that
I
strange...
traded hair for it.
Yeah.
I traded my hair for it.
And
I cut off his hair and traded it for it.
Yeah. That might be why he's cursed now.
Maybe I am cursed. Who knows?
I think you're fine. Anyway, yeah, no, we should totally do that.
I will catch up with you. I have to head over to the medical tent and check on several people.
Okay, you do that.
Do you want to put on a pretty... No, hat? Do you want to put on a fancy hat and dance with us, Marquies?
I don't think I need to dress up at all. It's fine.
Do you want me to get you a bottle of liquor to put your straw in? You see, he eats through a straw because
he's a bird.
Yeah, well, yeah! Kind of. He's famous. He has 6 books written about him. Published
I was wondering when
books.
this was coming
I
up.
pull out the first one and hand it to her.
She set an unbreakable record, I think, with this one, though.
How many of these do you have?
All 6 of them. And plus 2 from the Void that I wrote. The Void me wrote.
Oh,
He is a detective. He solves murders.
Oh, okay. A dead person solving murders.
He would be the best at it, wouldn't he?
Saw that on ABC.
You know, it's really funny. That's the first time I've ever thought about it like that.
Interesting.
I'm taking notes on all of our travels so that I can warp them into him being the hero and making it another story.
Okay.
Or at least sharing the ideas with the author so that she can write the story. Because she doesn't know about this adventure, obviously.
She, reads the spine. Queen reads the spine and is like, oh, wait, I know her.
You do?
Yeah, she was in Sapphiros. She is in the library there.
I have to meet her. I need her to sign all of the books. She needs to meet Marquise in person. This is perfect. This is perfect.
Marquies is not making a word, just standing there like... Anyway, so you guys finish making your stew? Are you bringing it along to go change into your dresses?
Well, yeah, I'm not just gonna leave it.
Okay. So Milos would have probably told you guys you can use his house to set up shop in and tells you where to find it. And it wouldn't take you too long to find it because it is near to the throne room here. You roll up on it, and it does have some damage to the outer portions of it, but you look at this house, and it's pretty close to a mansion, for at least the desert. There are 2 stories, 5 different balconies on the second story, and the part has an open courtyard and just kind of patio furniture outside, and yeah, you look at the building, it's probably has 6 or 7 different bedrooms.
Why is it so big?
Milos is not with you.
I'm
just
not there. I
asking the
can't
populace.
explain this to you.
It seems a lot easier when you build them all into a commune style. I wonder where their communal eating hall is.
I think this is just for one family. Usually royalty likes to do this.
Seems like a lot of wasted space. There's only 3 people who live in this house. And one of them's with us all the time, so there's only 2 people in this house. Do they just sit on opposite sides of the house and yell at each other?
Well, I don't think it was built specifically for them. They were probably used by a royal family in the past. And they might have had bigger families then.
Just seems excessive.
Well,
But I live in a tree.
just saying, you do know the normal litter size for Hrothgar pups, right?
No.
Oh, we'll have the birds and bees discussion later.
I know how babies are made. I just assumed that they were singletons.
Hrothgar pups are usually born as twins or triplets.
Well, how come there's only one Milos?
Well, he's not a normal Hrothgar, is he? With the horns.
Oh,
She
no.
kind of makes the horn.
Yeah, that's true. We just met his dad. His real dad, not his fake dad. And his real mom's the queen.
I figured he was probably related to royalty somehow.
Well, she used to be his aunt, but she's really his mom.
That's real confusing. Let's go get into dresses.
It's like big family drama. They should write a book about
She
him,
like
too.
grabs your hand and like starts going into the house.
Okay.
So you guys find your dresses. It's a little, I don't know, a little emotional for you, I imagine, Becky, because it has been, for you, 6+ years since you've seen this dress, even though for the girls it's only been a matter of weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, she shakes it out and uses the little tricks she's ruminated on and picked up. Just with the wave of her hands, all the wrinkles fall out of it, and it's just this beautiful dress she's dreamed about in her memories. And she starts slipping it on.
So you guys start getting into your dresses and start hearing people as they have the sun's starting to go down. The people start to gather in the streets. Imagine you're heading out that way. Marquies, did you follow them to the house as well?
I don't have a dress to put on.
That's fair. Are you going with Milos to the medic tents then?
Oh, no, I figured I'd just kind of wander about the, what's going on.
Are you doing that awkward, like, dad thing at a party where you got your hands behind your back and you're just, like, looking at everything? This is nice. What a shindig.
Right.
What is
Well, the sun is falling as you're wandering the street. People have started to put torches up along the streets because a lot of the lamps have probably been damaged in the battle. So a lot of torches being lit along the street so people can find their way. And yeah, you just kind of start to see everybody start to set up for the evening. Asher, what are you doing back in the throne room?
He's just gonna sit down and read his book.
Oh, okay.
That's what he's gonna do.
Gotcha.
Gotta get them +2 to, was it con?
It's my wisdom.
Wisdom.
Mhm.
Oh.
Alright, so yeah, you find you don't even have to leave the antechamber that you're in just to find a big cushion of pillows, but you do, as you're reading, you do hear the din of people starting to sing and make merriment outside. You smell food start cooking, wood fire smoke, that kind of thing. Milos, you reach the tents and you kind of ask around, who are you trying to find first?
Probably should find my parents first
Okay.
before I check on Araha.
Gotcha. So, you do manage to find the tents, and there's a number of Imperial doctors roaming around. They have cordoned off a section of this tent specifically for your mom and your dad. you pull back the curtain. Your mom is in the bed. She'd been hurt pretty badly the last time that you saw her. And Bork didn't do her any favors either. She has her leg, like, she's laying in a bed and she has her leg up. It's been bandaged and looks like it's been set. And she has a wrapping around her head, and different, like, small gauze pieces placed where there's probably been some bruising. Your dad's sitting by her bedside, and he has her hand. It doesn't look like she may be conscious at the moment, but has her paw in his, and he himself has wrappings around his head, and he has like this patch over his eye, and it looks like at some point in time he might have had part of his left ear clipped off at the top of it. So he has seen some worry recently. But he catches your eye as you walk in, and he just kind of holds out his paw for you to come and take his hand.
So I grasp his hand and just like mull it over in mine. And I look at him and look at my mom and say, hey, has she fallen into unconsciousness? Is she all right? Is she being taken care of?
He kind of looks around a little wearily at the Imperial doctors that are flitting about, but kind of nods at you and says, yeah, they're taking care of her all right, but I know I look bad, but she took the worst of it. The doctor said that she might not wake up for a couple of days. She had some pretty bad damage to her head.
Would I know, and I can roll a medicine check if need be, if like any type of magical healing would help, not necessarily like wake her up, but like help with some of the extensive damage that's been done to her or my dad, or if that is just like, if that's already been done or anything along those lines.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell that they've been looking after her, not just with regular medicine, but with magic as well. Your dad sees the worry in your face, and he's like, they've already been through with the magic and the bandages and salves and everything, but doctor said that it's just going to take her time to completely heal. Unfortunately, magic can't heal everything, so it's just going to take some time.
I understand. I'm just glad you're both alive. What happened after I left? I felt like as soon as I hit the capital, everything just went to shit. Like, you guys went into hiding or got captured or something. Like, I kept hearing different stories, and I was worried.
Yeah, well, that Bork, he kind of worked us over, and once he got back from the capital and learned about your birth somehow there in the capital, first thing he tried to do was find the queen, but she went into hiding, and he decided to take that out on us and knew that he could use us against you.
I'm so sorry that my rival unfortunately did this to all of us and hurt you so much. I never would have left if I knew his arrival into the capital. I even saw him. I could have stopped him.
He stops you right there and like grabs your hand to like across the bed, and he's like, I'm gonna stop you right there. There's no way that you could have known at that time, and there's no way to beat yourself up for it. Somebody else's mistake. You didn't antagonize him. You were just born.
I know. I just feel bad that I brought all of this on the entire city and our family and Mom and you and...
He kind of squeezes your hand and he said, you didn't bring anything on us. If anything, it was all him. That family had a rough upbringing. They weren't able to beat your... And he kind of looks at your biological aunt and then thinks for a second and he's like, your ma, your real ma. The last queen couldn't beat her and they were just sore over it, so it's nothing to do with you. It's how he was taught how to respond to it, that's all.
I know. I just wish there was more I could do. I feel like all of this is revolving around us, and I feel like there's something I should have been able to do to help, but I was off gallivanting around instead of coming back home when I could have been of more help and got rid of Boric sooner, but at least he's gone, and the queen can take over again, and I know you didn't have to raise me and all that, but thanks. I'm sure you know I love you, blah blah blah, but like knowing that you aren't my biological parents, like, it means a lot that you would step up for your in-law, essentially. And me.
He, again, just squeezes your hand as tight as he can, and he says, well, I'm going to tell you something, and I think I can only tell it to you since your ma here won't overhear us, but we tried lots of times to have our own batch of youngins, but fortunately, doctors told us that never happened. So when chance came that the queen asked us to raise you, well, we jumped on it right away. So to us, you're ours. So don't get too mighty high.
Oh, you know me. Always shooting for the stars and seeking power and all that stuff.
Well, just don't forget us when you do become all high and mighty, alright?
You know I won't, Dad.
Well, he kind of perks the ear up there that you see has been bandaged up, and he says, I think they're starting on things, and I'm sure you got things that you gotta attend to, so don't worry about us. We're getting the care that we need, and I'll be here.
Okay. Well, I hope you don't mind. I have a couple friends that are in town. I offered our place since, it's so small. We have very little room to go around, so hopefully we can squeeze in. But a couple of us are going to be staying at the house, just so you're not, worried about anything happening to it.
No worries. The queen has already sent word that once your ma here is awake, she gets moved into the royal apartments. That way, the healers there can take a look at her and keep her under watch. So, we probably won't be at the house for a bit, so make use of all the bedrooms.
Okay, sounds good, Dad. I look forward to hearing about Mom's condition. Would I know if he has some sort of magical sending
Your dad?
Yeah, like, would I know if they have some sort of like communication of some sort, either magically or through magical item means or something?
Not your dad. Your dad's a pretty simple guy. I mean, he's no warrior or magician or anything like that. So, besides teaching you some geomantic tricks, he's more of a teacher, less of a person that actually does any of the geomantic stuff. So,
Right. Okay. Well, I will make sure to check in, especially before I leave. But that might be sooner than later. We have business in a Frester. So, I love you, and I will see you soon.
and he smiles and says, "I love you too." Now go on, get out of here.
I'll give him a big ol' hug, and I will like caress my mom's hair a bit, just to acknowledge her. I mean, and say, "I love you too, Mom. Take care."
Yeah.
And I'll head out. I'm gonna check to see if Raha is there, but we can skip back to me.
He's actually, you ask around, it's pretty quick happening. He's actually, like, trying to get out of the medical tent, and they keep, like, all of the orderlies and some of the, like, nurses there are trying to, like, get him to sit back down. And he goes, No, I've been here long enough, thank you. And he's trying to, like, put his boot back on, and he says, I cannot sit here and develop bed sores. Where's my damn sword?
So I'll come up behind them and be like, I mean, he looks fine. Does he look okay? Like, does he look pretty fucked up?
He's kind of rough. He's got bruises, like, all over, and there are, like, it looks like they've tried to heal it away, and you can see he's kind of working on casting some healing magic too, but, like, along his, like, left, like, he doesn't have his shirt, like, all the way buttoned up or anything. He's just got his jacket on, so you can kind of see along his left pec and chest and, like, down his right arm there is some kind of burn. You're not sure if it's, like, heat burn or cold burn, but he is trying to heal it. And he's, like, slapping the nurses away as he's trying to cast magic to heal it.
I'll come up behind the nurse and push past her and say, What happened to your chest?
He just sees you and he, like, grabs you by the fur on your mane and, like, pulls you in and gives you a huge kiss in front of everybody.
Adorable.
Oh, adorable. Yes, very gay. Just, like, taken back by the kiss and be like, hello to you too? That was nice. But what the fuck is wrong with you? Like,
Get me the hell out of here. I know you have the power. I know you're a princey type now, and...
Yes, I could get you out of here, but don't you think you should, have medical professionals taking care of you? You look pretty fucked up.
I am a mage. I will be fine.
Can I roll insight to see how well he actually is doing?
Sure. You will roll an active bluff there.
That's a natural one. I don't even need to check my stats.
As long as I don't roll, I want to roll to 7. So, yeah, he seems pretty hale and hearty.
Well, I'll look at the nurse. He seems like he's fine, and I don't want him to miss all the festivities. I'll look after him, and I will do a cure wounds on him just to show that I can, basically.
Yeah.
And be like, he's in good hands.
You see him kind of wince at that, and you kind of look down and you expect that burn should be healing, but it does not.
I'll look at the nurse and say, "Do you know what this is?"
Yes, we tried to tell him many times. It is cursed. He needs to sit so we can remove the curse.
You're cursed? What?
This isn't a curse. It's fine.
Milos is starting to understand when Ellie said men are dumb.
Yeah. You're cursed, and you don't want her to remove the curse? What is wrong with you?
And he kind of like leans in and he's like, I just don't trust these Imperial types.
What don't you trust about them? I mean, they're literally healing you. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? You stay cursed?
Perhaps, but I swear something funny's going on here, and mark my words, it's not going to be good.
I mean, right now, they are our allies. I mean, I'm not saying they'll be our allies forever, but at this moment, she has no reason to hurt you.
And the nurse finally goes, see? He knows. Now get back into bed. Fine, but if something comes from this, I'm haunting you, I hope you know.
I would love for you to haunt me.
He's at haunt, not haunt.
And he goes, fine. And he, like, whips back the curtain in a fashion and, like, drops into the cot bed that's he has in there and, like, puts his feet up. And he says, don't party too hard without me.
I won't. I'll think of you the whole time. But if you are finished with this whole being sick thing, come find me at my house, and I'll give him directions, just like verbal directions. Be like, this is where the house is.
Being sick. He nods you away, and you head out. Is there anybody else that you're looking for in the tents here before?
No, I think that's it.
Okay. So imagine you start making your way back to the house. You get there, and Ash, are you joining the festivities here tonight? Just straight on reading. Okay. You get back to your house, and we'll say, Marquies, you've managed to find your way in front of the house, because there are festivities going on in the roadway out front of Milos' house. Milos, you see all 4 of the girls come down in dresses from the upstairs bedrooms, and they are pretty dolled up because Quina will have cast some illusionary magic to give them like really beautiful like makeup in certain areas. So she casts a little charm to give you guys a little sparkle to your eyes. And
Milos, hi.
Yes, you look fabulous.
Thank you. Do you want Quina to give you some makeup?
Are you saying I need makeup?
No, but if you want to look as fabulous as us, you do.
Ah, very well. I mean...
Milos, you do remember, you do have a party sarong upstairs if you do want to change. It is your room.
Oh, yeah, I forgot this is my fucking house. I'm gonna have nice clothes. Yeah, I would definitely go change into my nice sarong. It would be glittery and rainbow, of course.
Of
Marquies,
course.
you need to put on your party leathers. Oh, Quina, glamour him for his leathers to be sparkly.
Huh.
Do not do that. I've been a part of this party for much longer than you. I'm quite integrated now.
I'm just trying to make you look fabulous so that we can go dance.
Yeah, just do it. What's you gonna do about it?
It's fair.
About this time when Milos gets downstairs, you guys hear that a traveling musical troupe has started like coming in front. Like Think Mardi Gras style, where you got some people coming down the streets and just kind of playing in the street. People are dancing, like following the band around campfires and stuff like that. So Queen like grabs your hand and starts like following them and dancing in the streets.
Where's Asher? Gives a good look around.
You asking everybody?
Yeah.
Nobody responding.
Okay, he's dead. Or sleeping. Maybe he fell asleep. Or he's making magical items in his...
I don't know who Asher is.
He's our other friend.
Oh, okay.
He's kind of like me. But also a little bit not.
I mean, last time we saw him, he was back at the palace. I mean, he didn't seem like he wanted to join us. Maybe he's busy in his workshop.
He might be reading the book I gave him. I gave him a really boring book. Oh God, it was so boring. We have to read it all in like 2 days or 3 days or a week or something. And I thought it was really boring, so I gave it to him.
So you gave him a really boring book.
Yeah, but it makes you stronger.
Okay.
Or
that's
something.
fair.
Smarter. It makes you smarter.
Oh, well, I don't know if Asher needs that, but
He said he wanted it.
can help.
Let's go dance.
So you guys kind of get out in the street, start dancing. There's plenty of food, plenty of alcohol being passed around. Yeah.
Ellie just makes, I don't like that face at the alcohol because the one time she had it, Marquies gave it to her and it tasted gross.
Queen is like, no, you don't want that one. Try this one.
No,
She
I
hands
don't
you a
want-
coconut.
Oh, is there just water in here?
There is water in there.
What else is in there?
Fruit juice.
I like juice.
It's definitely alcohol, but it's not nearly as bad as the stuff that
I thought all
Marquise had
alcohol
given you.
tasted bad. Marquise gave me bad alcohol.
Gives you the real shit.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys start dancing, having a good night. Marquise, Queen comes up to you and she says, "So, what's with the get up?
The get up?
The mask."
I don't know, I've just always had it on. I mean, I take it off, but it's just... I think it's probably best that I don't go out around visible.
Wait. I got an idea. I heard about a book
Uncomfortable.
in the library in Sapphiros, and I think it would be fun to try.
Oh my god.
It had some kind of Fey Mother in it. I've got an idea. So, the you that you were before you are the you that you are...
She gets it.
I mean...
She gets it.
Did you like him better?
What? I'm not even sure which one you're talking about.
The you were before the you are now. How do you not understand that? I've been saying
Yeah.
this the whole time.
It doesn't make a lot of sense.
Other you.
Other me.
The body you used to occupy. Your original vessel. The one who tried to kill you.
So what
Like
are
Hackensands.
what are you trying to offer?
I've got an idea. Just for tonight. It's like this book that I read a long time ago. See, what we do is we grant him a wish, but only until a certain time.
Midnight? Is he gonna turn into a pumpkin?
Midnights? What? What's a pumpkin?
Oh,
You're gonna turn into a coconut.
it's a vegetable that you grow on the ground on vines.
Huh. I
It's
like
really
fruit
good
better.
in pie.
Ooh, I do like
Well,
pie.
is it I mean, it's not really a fruit or a vegetable.
Anyway.
It's a gourd.
She says, it's kind of funny, Duddy, to wear a full get up to a party.
It's kind of a signature look at this point.
I've got a better idea. And she,
She's
I'm
gonna
comfortable with that.
She's gonna make magic on you.
she's like, it's fine. I'm just gonna
I would
do a little bit of
recommend
magic.
not making me look like who I was before.
Why?
Do you remember what I told you about him?
He was a young guy.
Wow, yeah.
And he was...
Yeah.
I mean, I thought that the you that you are now, the current occupying body, is like the weird angelic creature.
Yes. But that I would just assume we didn't try to do weird
I thought past
stuff
you was
right
just
now.
some like lame human with like a lot of money or something.
What? No. I mean, well, that's kind of right.
Oh, and you were
But-
like trying to solve a murder. No, you weren't solving a murder. You were trying to.
There's sort of.
You were trying to figure out what was happening with
Yeah.
crystals or something.
Trying
Queen
to
just
prove
goes,
his innocence.
boring, and she, touches Marquies, and Marquies...
On the beak?
What?
On the beak?
Nope, just, pokes him right in the side, so he kind of goes, eh. And she then hands you a mirror, and she's like, go ahead, turn around so nobody can see you.
What are you doing, Travis?
Shuffling his feet.
What?
We can hear that.
Yeah, they can totally hear it.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
But yeah, she pokes you right in the side, but then she hands you this small hand mirror, and she says, "Go ahead."
What? I'm not sure I trust you.
I trust her.
It's really not a ringing
I questioned her
endorsement.
for 5 whole seconds before I shook her hand. That's progress.
I will not deny that.
Listen, the magic's only gonna last until, and she kind of thinks in her head, and she starts
about-
counting on her hand, and she's like, 3 a.m. You have until 3 a.m.
Okay, good. Well, let's just go and have fun then.
What does he look like?
Not what he normally does.
I'm just looking at him.
Well, you have to get him to take the mask off. I can't change that.
Oh, he won't do that.
That's too bad. Anyway,
I'm pretty sure.
shall we go have fun?
Honestly,
Or are we
I'm
going to sit here
100%
and
sure
talk
he
about this
just
all night?
smells like sweat and old leathers in that thing.
You start walking away, Marquies, and then she looks at the Greer girls and at Ellie, and she starts smiling a little bit, a real mischievous smile as Marquies is walking away.
What did you do?
Watch. And as Marquies is walking away, the leathers kind of go transparent, and you see a young version of his former body just kind of walking in the crowd.
I whistle at him.
Okay.
He doesn't have bone. He's got skin. He's not just bones. At least right now.
Milos, you saw this as well too, so
I'm not saying it. I'm just gobsmacked. Huh. Okay.
Wow, you were a lot more attractive when you weren't an undead creature occupying your old body trying to murder us all.
hey, that's kind of rude.
That's what happened.
Oh,
It's just facts.
An undead creature trying to kill you all.
Yeah, I mean, he was some kind of revenant or something, right? He was sucked into your body, and your body looked very hollow, sallowed, and dead and evil. I think he did that to it, not you. I don't know. I didn't know you before. Maybe you did that to you. Who knows? You know.
Okay.
Queen kind of smiles at you, Marquise, and she leans in and whispers in your ear. She says, "Listen, you're dead, but you get to enjoy a little bit before you have to go."
was planning on having fun. I did not need to look different to enjoy my night.
Maybe your friends needed you to look different to help enjoy your company.
I could care less. I'm used to the weird
Like
leather.
what? Yeah, she enjoys everything.
I'm literally always happy.
She doesn't count.
It's kind of something to look up to, really. Milos, I think, just wants a damn break.
Yeah. As I'm like playing with
Becky,
my
well,
rainbow sarong.
anything is better than what the fuck Becky's been through recently. Din, I'm actually not sure. I think Din is just kind of always...
She's picking her nose.
Din has just always got a vibe that is unique.
Poppy's just sitting at your feet staring at you. Just intently staring.
Poppy is just always Poppy. I don't really know much about what's going on there, really. And then there's Asha, who is not present, so, doesn't really care.
Fair enough. Oh well. The magic's still gonna last to 3, and she goes skipping into the crowd.
Well, let's go dance. We're skipping. Just enjoy that you get to be who you used to be for a little while.
It's just making a statement, it's fine.
I respect that.
What?
I don't know. I respect your statement. I don't know.
So, until 3 Marquies, you are considered true polymorphed.
Oh.
That's a high level spell.
Wow.
But true polymorph lasts indefinitely if you let it stay for too long.
This isn't the true polymorph spell. He's
Oh,
considered true polymorph
okay,
until
okay.
3.
Okay. She fairy godmothered your ass.
Mm-hmm.
Do not teach her these magics. She reads way too much for that to be safe.
Please?
Do not.
Sorry, they're not a kind of magic I can teach.
Oh, but
Also, I'm not a good teacher.
Well, I mean, but just let me read the book.
Not
What
necessarily
book?
You
good.
learned it from a book.
I didn't say I learned it from a book.
You were talking about a book in the library.
Oh, I just got the idea from a book. It's not a spell.
I'm gonna learn that spell. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna start turning people into frogs or something. It's dangerous.
God, I'm awful. You said frogs, and I got the turn the freaking frogs. The dubstep remix is stuck in my head. Oh God. Anyway, so yeah, you are true polymorphed until 3 in the morning. So you can
Wait, can he use it? Is he still wearing the mask?
No.
Can he consume food? Because usually he goes and hides somewhere to eat.
Yeah, he does not have
Oh my god,
his
I give
leathers
him
on
some
right
fried cheese.
Why fried cheese?
now.
Because it's my favorite snack.
Okay.
You get to try all the foods at the festival now. Think of how exciting that is. You didn't get to last time we went to one of these.
You can be the belle of the ball.
Unless you got all the foods on a plate and then went and hid somewhere and ate them. I'm not sure what you do with your free time.
Why do you think I didn't eat anything?
Well, I know you went and hidden it to eat. I know how you ate things, but now you can just enjoy them with us. We can discuss the palate, you know.
As I
We
grab
can pair it with wine or whatever.
like some fruit on a stick or something, and be like, "Yeah, here you go. Here's some fruit on a stick."
Okay.
Everybody just wants to watch you chew.
I take a bite.
It's just something you've never gotten to do with us. It's a new experience with us. Isn't that exciting?
Not something I've
You could even.
considered
Is
before.
there hot springs here, Milos? We could all go to the hot springs together because I know you couldn't do that in your leathers. You'd sweat to death.
Yeah, I mean it's hot out. I don't know why you'd want to be hotter, but sure.
I don't know. Maybe just the cool springs then.
There's not really a springs, Milos, but there are bathhouses.
Right.
Why don't we
it
take a
is
bath
getting
together?
dark. Wouldn't it be cooling off quite a bit though?
I mean, So you don't want to be where the bonfire and people and
No,
drinking
I'm just
and
saying
food are. You wanna
experiences he's not
take a-
gotten to do with us yet would be fun. Because he can't get in the bath with us with all the leather on.
So you want him to get in the bath now?
No, I'm just giving him options. Examples of things he can do until 3 a.m.
Why
with us.
don't
Right.
we just...
I will say, if we went to the baths, we probably would have to get naked, and I'm sure you're not okay with that. So,
I mean, I don't really care. But I guess it's not appropriate.
sure. As you see some random people just streaking down the street.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
God, you told us people got naked here. I forgot.
Yeah.
There are as many, if not more, people that are just kind of either in like totally see-through sarongs, like sheen fabric.
Why is that an option?
It's a festival. This is what happens at festivals.
Is this how come there's so many
yeah,
cubs
but
in a
what's
litter?
even the point of that?
Their decoration. What are all clothes if not decoration?
I mean, there's function. Whatever.
Just drink and be merry.
Becky, I dare you to go streaking.
I mean, whatever.
I have nothing to offer you. I just thought it would be funny.
Okay, are you gonna go streaking?
No.
Okay, that's not really funny, is it?
No, I suppose not. Milos can do it.
I'll go streaking with you.
You go streaking voluntarily.
I know.
You do it into battle.
You're
I'm
literally
offering-
only just wearing something that covers your bottom section, and it barely does that, okay?
Yeah, I know. But I'm offering if you want to go with someone and run around naked. I mean, it's up to you. I mean, I'm not gonna do it if you guys don't want me to.
Where's
But
Araha? Why aren't you running around naked with him?
Well, he's at the medical tent. He had some issues that he needed attending to.
Is he okay?
Yeah, he's fine. We'll see him tomorrow, I'm sure.
Okay.
So, anyway, well, there's, a party going on.
Those people over there are roasting something over that fire. We should go see what it is.
Yeah, we can go check that out.
You guys head on over and you see that not only does there's like this trifecta of like turning spits that are around this bigger fire. One of them is cooking like just a whole frickin' goat, like just spit on spit, just a whole goat. One of the other spits though does have like a number of vegetables, like there are like artichoke hearts and things that people have put on this giant skewer and are basting it with like this cheese sauce.
I want those vegetables with cheese.
And they're handing them out like they're getting them on skewers, like small parts of the leaves, the artichoke leaves, and
definitely take a cheese skewer.
okay.
A cheese vegetable skewer.
There is a number of alcoholic drinks going around as well, so everybody's getting pretty partyriffic here. Lots of people are getting pretty inebriated, pretty full of food. Lots of really good music going around as well.
Dan, you need to try one of these coconut drinks. Okay. It's not water, but there's water in it, so I've been told. Give me coconut. Okay. Give her a coconut drink.
Go ahead, make me a con save on this one, Dan.
Oh. The ingredients were not disclosed fully to me.
18.
This thing has some kick to it. Like, it's one of those alcoholic drinks where you, like, breathe out and it's a little warm. You're like, oh. And it kind of kicks you for a second. There's juices and stuff in here, but there's more alcohol than there is juice. And the alcohol in here is pretty strong.
This is interesting. Where'd you get this? What?
That guy over there.
There's just like basically a full, almost full naked Hrothgar man just like ladling shit out of this giant like brass cauldron into like coconut shells.
This is good.
Should we have one? Do we have another one?
Yes.
Okay. Would you like a coconut drink?
Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna go get coconuts for everybody.
Are
You guys want
Milos
coconuts?
and Becky, are you also having a drink of this?
Oh yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Everybody can roll me con saves.
Oh dear.
I want a second one.
Yeah. This one will be at disadvantage though, since this is your second drink.
Nice.
Con. Oh, I got a good con.
16.
Is
For-
this
15?
So, I rolled with self-imposed disadvantage since this is my first drink ever, and I rolled a 4.
4. All right. What were you gonna
is this-
ask?
is this considered saving against poison?
No,
Okay. Well then it's a 9.
it's not a poison. Marquies?
Double checking something.
While you're checking
Because it's
Ellie?
a con
I got a
save.
14.
Thought I had something to do with con saves.
Maybe for concentration.
No, not for him. Yours should be against poisons, I believe. As part of your class.
I can't find it.
I'm pretty sure I remember it was for poisons. Because of your alchemist background.
Well, no, there was something else, and I think it was from. Well, okay. I guess I don't see it, but I definitely failed.
What did you roll?
It's natural 1.
Oh. So, everybody but Din, you start to feel a tingle in your limbs, and it feels like your bodies are turning into, like,
What'd you get
you're getting the little after image
for your second?
that you get once you reach a certain bit of drunk, but you also get a little bit of the, wicked waving lights that you might have gotten from some kind of hallucinogenic. There might be a mixture of both of those things in this particular drink. So, everybody starts getting a little giggly.
The lights are dancing.
But yeah, Dan, you're like, this is a good drink.
Oh, you should have another one.
It's a triple disadvantage.
There's no such thing, but yes, it would be still a disadvantage if you wanted another one.
I'm good at 2.
Okay.
I'm just gonna watch these guys.
Yeah, you see them, and they start like walking like with a little bit of a wobble to their step, and you see now as Queen is even kind of laughing at them, and she throws back a drink. She's like, I want to try that. And she starts kind of hiccuping and giggling, and she takes Ellie in her arm, and they all start she starts like dancing with you, Ellie, and like.
Wait, you're moving my cheese vegetable stick around too much.
So yeah, needless to say, you guys are getting quite inebriated tonight.
Yes.
At some point in time, the Queen is making some kind of speech, but the alcohol and drug effects of this drink and all of the food and everything, music, like, it doesn't matter what she's saying. Everybody's like, yeah! And raises whatever they're drinking to agree with whatever she just said. But the night goes on. There's some pretty wild parties, sub-parties that are breaking off and going into like different establishments, different houses, and you guys party until break of day. Asher, you even see a couple of the people come into the throne room and they're like, look, I'm the queen, and like one of them throws up on the chair and tries to clean it up.
Oh no.
So yeah, that is where we will end this episode tonight, guys. A well-earned party through all of the perils of regaining this town and rescuing Becky back from the void, making new friends, making new acquaintances. Yeah. So that is where we'll leave this episode off, guys. We hope to see you for episode 70, and have a good night.